You already know how to calculate the value of a cell in Excel through numerical formulas. So if we store the number of items in an order in D and the unit cost of the items in that order in E, then we can calculate the total by taking whatever is in D2 and multiplying it by E2. All right? And you also know that once we have this, we can copy this formula down to the other cells in that column. And now we obviously also need to fix this so that we make sure that this is really formatted as a currency column. Okay, good. Now, obviously this is very useful, but sometimes you want to perform more complex calculations. For example, suppose that we have a policy that states that we add a 6% shipping charge for orders under $100, 3% for orders of between 100 and 300, and that shipping is free for orders over 300. Again, we have the total price stored in F, and we're going to add shipping charge to column G. Now, the construct to use in Excel to do this is the if function. And an if function consists of 3 arguments, a logical test, a value if true, also called the then part, and a value if false, also called the else part. And the way it works is that Excel will determine whether the logical test is true. If it is, then it will do the then part. If it's not, then it will do the else part. Now, crucially, both the else part, the then part and the else part can have embedded if statements in it. So that's what we're going to do here. So let me get rid of this and then if. And the policy was that if this is less than 100, then the shipping charge is going to be that times 0.6%. Otherwise, if the shipping charge is less than 300, then the shipping charge is going to be 3%. And let me make sure that I get this right. F2 times 0.03, and otherwise it's going to be free. Okay? So this is 600, so that's going to be free. So let's drag this down, and we see that here we get a shipping charge of 6%, here we get a shipping charge of 3%, but all of the others are free because the total is more than more than 300. And clearly we should, because this is a number, we should do this as a currency column as well. And then in order to make sure that the currency column is formatted correctly, we then remove the currency symbol from all the others. And then obviously we can add a fourth column. We can add an age. We can calculate the total charge by adding the total to and the shipping charge. But we're not going to do that here.